Recently, I got a request from a viewer of this channel to do a video demonstrating how to dial in your retraction in Creality Print 5.1. So here it is. Now, usually when people start thinking about the retraction settings, it's because they're getting stringing on their prints. Setting the right retraction distance will help in getting rid of that stringing, but it's more of a fine tuning to your material profile, not a fix-all tool. There are other things you can do that can lead to stringing, like damp filament, too high of a printing temperature, the incorrect flow rate, and printing too fast, to name a few. Now, before I continue, I'd like to thank my friends at PCBWay for sponsoring this video.
PCBWay does more than printed circuit boards. They also offer 3D printing and CNC machining. PCBWay is currently running their 7th project design contest with categories for both electronic and mechanical projects. If your design includes STM32 chips, you'll have the opportunity to earn extra rewards. Click on the link on the PCBWay homepage to enter.
Now, before I work on retraction, I want to have my temperature and my flow rate dialed in. If you're using Pressure Advance, it wouldn't hurt to calibrate that as well. Now, here is a retraction print, test piece. I made this using Creality Print's generic PLA profile without any calibrations at all. It's not horrible, but you can see a lot of stringing. Now, if you're seeing stringing like this from the bottom to the top, well, that's a clear sign that you're printing too hot for that filament. Now, here's a print of the same piece, the same test piece, using the same generic PLA profile, except for the fact that I dialed in the temperature, the flow rate, Pressure Advance, and the max volumetric flow. There is next to zero stringing, more like some fuzz at the top. I haven't done anything with retraction at all. Now, both of these were printed on the Creality K1 Max back here. But the lesson there is that you should not count on retraction alone to solve any stringing problems you might have. Okay, so let's get into retraction and get it dialed in. Retraction doesn't actually pull the material back into the nozzle. Think of it like a tube of toothpaste. Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you aren't getting it back in there. But if you stop squeezing the toothpaste will stop coming out. So with retraction, the extruder is pulling the filament back, but it's only to relieve the pressure in the nozzle. Now, if we don't pull back enough, the filament's going to continue to ooze out of the nozzle. Now, if you pull it back too far, it can go up into the cool zone of the hot end. When this happens, your filament cools, it hardens, and this can cause a clog. If you're lucky, it doesn't clog, but your prints are going to look like crap because they're going to be under extruded. We need to find a happy spot, and luckily for us, it's not hard to do. It doesn't take a lot of time or filament. So let's go ahead, jump into Creality Print, and get our retraction dialed in. I'm Bill, and this is Pushing Plastic.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do is set up a profile where I know we're going to get some stringing. I already showed you that the generic PLA on my machine is going to string all the way up because it's printing too hot. And the profile I use for my material, Free Mover PLA, well, it just doesn't string at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to encourage it to string. First thing I want to do is I'm going to change my flow ratio 1.3. And then we'll change the temperature, and we're going to take that up. Just 5 degrees should do it. So I'm going to go up to 225. And I'm going to give this the name of SPLA. And I want to kill my good profile. Now, you don't have to do this part when you're running a retraction test. I'm just doing it so I can demonstrate what it'll look like. So we're on the right profile. There we go. So what I would like to do anytime I'm doing any type of calibration, before I start, the first thing I do, even if I just opened up Creality Print, it's just a habit for me. I always go File, New Project. In this case, if I was doing some testing earlier in the day, and I have some settings that I messed around with, this will make sure I have a clean palette. All right, so I'm good there. All I have to do is come up here in the upper left-hand corner, click the Creality logo, calibration, and we're going to go to retraction. And retraction distance is what we're after. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And we come up with our settings dialog. The starting distance of 0. That means no retraction at all. It's not going to pull the filament back. It's just going to move on to the next part and start printing again. The next one is the end distance. That's in millimeters. That's going to be 2. I'm going to leave it where it's at. Now I'm going to put this right out there. If you were doing a Bowden tube setup, you might want to start with 1 instead of 0. Maybe even 2. The end distance, I would probably go with 7 or 8. I know when I was doing it on my Ender 3s, I used to go with 8. When I come to the step, now this is how much the retraction is going to increase at each level. At 0.1, that's where I'm going to leave it for my direct drive setup. Bowden tube, you might want to go with 0.2. But what this does is it just increments from starting at 0. Then we're going 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, all the way up until we hit our end distance of 0.2. The hot plate temperature, I can leave that where it's at. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and hit OK. It's going to slice it for us, and it puts it right there on the bed. And not much to look at, but each one of these marks, as it's going up, it's easier to see when it's printed, is 0.1 millimeter. And that's how you're going to count where your retraction will be. Now, something interesting here that you might want to check out is the travel. So the travel over here in your G-code preview, by default, it's unchecked. So if you check that box, you can see how your nozzle is going to move around. You can see how it comes from the corner after it runs the purge line, and it starts laying down your filament. Now, where you see these thin blue lines, that's where it's going back and forth, and that's where you're going to see all the stringing is between these two posts. It's just something interesting to look at. Some other things you can check out while you're here. You want to look at your flow. There's nothing fancy to see about that. We're looking at 0.91 roughly in the flow. You can also check out your speed. And there's not a whole lot to see there. Not printing overly fast, but the whole test is only going to take you 7 minutes. So not a big deal. But there's some things to point out there. Let's go ahead and we'll print this and we'll take a look at the results. We should see some stringing in here. I'm going to be mad if we don't. Looking at this piece, the stringing stops right about here. Now, each one of these lines is our step from our original test setup. We used 0.1 millimeter for our step, so we'll count upward until the stringing stops. To me, this looks like 0.7 millimeters. Let's go update our Creality Print material profile, and that'll pretty much do it. Okay, so we know what we want to update our profile to. There's two things we can do here. We can come back up here to our machine and click Edit. And then come over here to Extruder. And you could actually come down here to Retraction, and it's at 0.6. I could go ahead and change that to 0.7 right here. I'm not going to do that, but you can. That will just set it as a baseline for every time you use this printer. So I prefer to have mine in the filament itself, which it's up to you how you do it. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to my material profile itself. I'm going to click on the little pencil and I'm going to go to Settings Overrides. And right up here, you can go ahead and click on the length and change that to whatever it is, 0.7. Go ahead and save your profile, test PLA, we're good. And that's all there is to updating the profile. So what I want to do now is I kind of would like to test to see what this is going to look like. I'm going to come up and I'm going to hit File, New Project, and I'm going to drag one of these little test pieces in here. Not a lot to them. Only takes a few minutes to print, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slice this, and we're going to go ahead and send this to the K1 Max, and we'll take a look at it, see how our settings do for us.
So I'm looking at my final test piece, and I'm not seeing any stringing. So we did pretty good. There's our first, second, and our final. Like I said, that's all there is to setting up your retraction distance. It's pretty easy. I hope you found the information in this video useful. If you did, hit that like button and let me know in the comments. Smash that bell so you'll be alerted to new content in the future. Live your life one layer at a time, and if you haven't done it yet, please consider subscribing.